All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 135-pound division and freak show type environment while we talk about Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul as details of the contract between the two have been shared with a very prominent boxing journalist on YSM Sports Media. So now we have the details of the contract. Also, in this video, I'm going to do a response to a question that was received in my live stream by one of the best followers that I have, or subscribers that I have, Big Dog Willie, who asked for me to explain who the A side and B side of the big fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. So who is actually the A side based off the details that we have? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul and answering the question, who is the A side of this event? As YSM Sports Media has provided information, and it was given out on Deem. Shout out to Deem by any means. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Information was given to them about the Gervonta Davis contract. So perfect time to cover it, in response to Big Dog Willie's question. Now, before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for what you do for the channel. It's great having you guys around. And thank you so much to everybody that supports in the super thanks. It's a great way to help the channel. And thank you to everybody that has supported in that means in the past or in the future. Thank you guys so much. So let's get into this. Gervonta Davis's contract details, as far as we know, are the following. He is slated to make upwards of $150 million for the fight with Jake Paul. This came from, I'm getting this information from YSM Sports Media, who received the information directly from his source at MVP Promotions. So the source of the $150 million is ultimately MVP Promotions. Now, to back that up, there was a Gervonta Davis a few months back was on video saying, oh, for $150 million, I'm outside. Again, he was on a video months ago saying the number 150 million. For 150 million, I'm outside. So the rumors of him having being able to make $200 million over the next few fights, which was the information that I was given a while ago. Well, apparently 150 million of that is in that Jake Paul fight, because they have been planning that Jake Paul fight for a while. Also, within it is also that Gervonta Davis gets the lion's share of the endorsement money from endorsements for the fight, and also the lion's share of the profits from the gate of the fight, which is looking to be around $5 million. Gate, I'm suspecting that it's gonna. That's what I had heard, that it was trending towards a $5 million gate. So, definitely a good job if you can get it. So that begs the question, who is the A side? Who is the B side? In this particular instance, there is no A side to this fight, because this is not a fight. For one level, I'm not just going to play semantics with you. Number one, it's not a fight. It is not a boxing match where you are getting where you are ordered to fight somebody. The WBA orders you to fight them, or there's some demand for this particular fight because these guys are in the same sport. right? And that's not the case. This is a sideshow Bob type of situation where you have a guy that is a very popular social media presence and a guy that is a very popular boxer. So really, when you have peanut butter and chocolate, it comes together. It's Reese's, right? People love chocolate, they love peanut butter, but when you put them together, it becomes something else. There's no A side to the chocolate. There's no B side. There's no A side chocolate or B side peanut butter. It just doesn't work like that in this particular situation because both fighters are getting different things. Like part of what I'm sure that Jake Paul and MVP is going to get is they're going to get the commercial rights to the fight. They're going to own the footage. They're probably also going to be paid directly from Netflix. So whatever overage Netflix is willing to pay for the fight, that's probably going to go to MVP Promotions and not Gervonta, because Gervonta is more than likely basically selling the event to MVP Promotions, while at the same time getting fighters from his area on the fight card. Like he has Gary Antoine Russell on the fight card. And so I wouldn't be surprised if as we get closer to the fight, that there are not more fighters from the PBC on that fight card. You also saw that Brian Custer was up there and was the guy that was doing the moderation between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, so you can only assume that there's going to be more PBC people on the event as well. So that is a situation where, that favors Gervonta Davis's team. So anyway, it goes. The answer to Big Dog Willie's question is, even though Gervonta Davis is making a tremendous amount of money, right, and he got everything that he wanted, that doesn't mean that he's the A side, but it also doesn't mean that he's the B side, because they can't have this event without Gervonta, and there's a finite number of people that Jake Paul can fight. That is a real pressure that Jake Paul has. Jake Paul has run out of guys like Tommy Fury to fight, run out of guys like that, KSI, all of that is kind of gone by the wayside. So he has had to, progress his promotional company. He has to fight serious competition. And he was talking about fighting Anthony Joshua, which is him basically getting his brains beaten out of his head. Right. And then you have, he was going to talk about fighting Canelo as well. I'm sure that's a more reasonable thing because of the size, but also Canelo was probably going to do him just as dirty. And plus that fight did not happen because Turki Al-Sheikh paid Canelo Alvarez that much money to do something other than fight Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was kind of was in between a rock and a hard place in his career. So all of that stuff kind of plays out in getting the deal done. So I just think, hey, these guys got together. They both worked as a partnership to get what they both needed, even like things like the glove size being 10 ounce. Gervonta was fine with 10 ounces. Jake Paul says 10 ounces, so he's wearing the same size glove that Jake is wearing. So, it all kind of works out. But anyway, man, very crazy how much money that is, huh? I knew it was that it was going to be over $200 million that he was going to get from the deal that he had. And I guess the deal is with the PBC and what fights they had planned out. So that's absolutely huge to get upwards of 150 million. That's gigantic. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.